All right, so I would say 75 to 80% of what you have to know, okay, the questions to answer the customers is going to be in this laminate and in these two parts trays. The most important thing, I guess, is for you to be able to see, right? So if a regular loop isn't doing it for you, tell me.
Okay.
Because we'll go on a search. I've done this with each of them, you know.
Yeah.
We get whatever works for them, and because you have to inspect every millimeter of what they bring in.
Okay.
You kind of the overarching principles of this is well, for one, thinking, which I know you can do. But because you have to think of one or two steps ahead and one or two steps back. You know, I hear myself ask the question half the time. So how did this break? Did you catch it on something? You know, and it's because I'm trying to determine, is there, because if they say no, they didn't catch it on anything, well then I'm going to say, well, this may happen again.
Okay.
You know, we're protecting ourselves from, this is a line we've heard several times from the customer. Well, I never had any problems with it until I brought it here to have you fix it.
Wow. Okay.
And we have to say, okay, back up a couple of steps. You brought it here for us to fix it because it was broken.
Yeah.
So you did have problems before, okay? It broke because it's finally old enough to start breaking.
Yeah.
So now it keeps on breaking, and it's not because we touched it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeesh. You know, guy with a bracelet the other day. You know, this is the second or third time he's having a different link fixed, and every time we tell him, this is a sign that all these rivets are worn. You've worn this 24/7 for 30 years. You know, so this is going to keep happening. Do you want to put the money in to fix it again? So we're kind of thinking a step or two back and a step or two forward.
Okay.
You know, because we're trying to cover our butts and protect the customer. If you're in their shoes, you don't want to keep pouring good money after bad.
Right, into
You know,
something
if you could have been told in the beginning,
Yeah.
you may have scrapped it. You know,
Yeah.
so so that's kind of one overarching principle. Another is, don't write down things that you're assuming. For instance, I know Lori's covered this with you already, but like, if you didn't test it's a diamond, don't write diamond.
Right. Okay.
You know, like I took in a ruby and diamond ring now. I know it's rubies and diamonds. I wrote down red and white stone ring.
Okay.
Just because, and this has never happened, but, you know, the legal world is a different world.
Yeah.
And if somebody has fake stuff that they thought was real, or they were told it was real, a lot of times a boyfriend
Yeah.
will buy a CZ engagement ring and not tell the woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because he's not sure it's going to work out.
Well, and then you're going to get blamed for switching it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's why we test big diamonds, anything over 4 millimeters,
Okay.
and you'll get a feel for what that is. But the colored stones we can't really test. They're not a reliable test. And even when we test the diamonds, we write in parentheses, tested as diamond.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if it's lab created. You know, it'll test as diamond if it's lab created.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to say diamond and open ourselves to a legal ramification 2 or 3 years down the road. You know,
Okay.
that's when these things happen. You know, it's like, you have no record of it, but,
Okay.
so, and then, writing down everything the customer refused. Like, okay, I checked this out. You've got 8 other prongs that are thin. It'll cost you $200. Oh, I don't want to spend that much. Okay, customer knows other prongs are thin.
Okay.
So this way it's on record that they refused it for us, but also once it gets back to the jeweler to be fixed, he's going to go, if you didn't write anything down, he's going to go, Did Kristen ask the customer? Did Kristen tell the customer? Did she
Yeah.
miss this?
Yeah.
So so you're putting down that no, I didn't miss it. I looked the whole thing over.
Okay.
You know, and that's so key. They come in with the bottom part is broken, and if you're lazy or in a hurry, you just take care of that and you're done. But if you do it the way we want you to do it is no, look at the top. They didn't come in for any problems on the top, but there may be problems they don't know about.
Yeah.
That one prong is broken. They don't even know it. So we're responsible for their jewelry.
Yeah.
So they see it that way and we see it that way. So we need to take care of them. So let me get my sheet of paper here with other overarching principles. Don't cut corners for the customer's sake. And this is one we keep failing at, okay? Because the customer doesn't have a lot of money, and you know, they're living on Social Security checks, whatever. They don't have money, and they don't want to spend $100 on this piece. So we have empathy, and we say, oh, okay. Well, what if I just did this? It would just be $35, you know. And they bring it back to me and ask me this, and I want to go that way.
Yeah.
And then I think of our warranties,
Yeah.
and then yeah, we could do that, but it's going to last 2 days, and that's it, you know.
Yeah. And then by the time they come back and pay again, it would have been what it would have been originally to repair right the first
Right.
time. Okay.
Customer's not happy, and I'm not happy because
Yeah.
now I'm fixing crap for free
Yeah.
that I shouldn't have had to do, you know, because of our warranty. So, and then there's the times when they're just bossy and pushy
Yeah.
about, like they lost a diamond. We've done this several times, and I wish we wouldn't have, you know. They got a ring with 50 diamonds, and one of the little diamonds has fallen out, and whatever the price sheet says, it's $50 for the diamond, but they don't want to spend that, so for some reason we let them talk us into, we'll just put in a CZ. Well, that's so dangerous. Now in the future, you don't know which ones are CZs, which ones are diamonds, and it's just dangerous for the future. You know, no, we're going to do this right, or we're not going to do it at all. You know, go somewhere else and get a CZ put in.
Okay.
We're putting a diamond in. So try not to cut corners to save the customer money, because it bites us in the butt.
Okay. Okay.
And then lastly, again, I know I don't have to tell you this, but I have to tell the camera. Honesty. Never, ever say the customer needs 6 prongs retipped when they only need 1.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this happens at other jewelry stores all the time where you're trying to pad your commission. So, yeah, that is not us. That is not you. I know that. So, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
All right, let me pause that.